Hello there, gorgeous people. I hope you're all having a fabulous day. You've got Sammy here, and today we're going to be completing the Whirlpool granny square as part of our 365 granny square a day crochet along project. So I've just done a chain of 4 slip stitch together to form a ring. You can always use a magic circle, magic ring if you prefer. And I've just done a chain of 2, which will count as our first half double crochet. I'm going to put 11 more half double crochets into that ring, which is rather painful with my broken finger. Not for me. Still very sore, but it's getting better. But it's a little bit painful to watch because it is a slow, very slow hook with that finger. So I will let you guys finish, including the chain 2 to start. At the end of this round we will have 12 half double crochets. We're going to slip stitch into the second loop of the chain we did to start, and I'll meet you back here ready to do round 2. See you in a moment. Okay, 12 half double crochets into our ring. I've just done a chain of 2 to start round 2. I'm going to do 2 half double crochet into the same stitch, 1 and 2, remembering that our chain 2 counts as a half double as well, so that is in effect 3 half double crochet into that stitch, and a chain 2, skip 1 and pop 3 half double crochet into the next stitch, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, skip 1 stitch and pop 3 half double crochet into the second. 1, 2, 3, chain 2. We're just going to continue this pattern all the way around with a slip stitch into the beginning of the chain 2 we created first up. So chain 2, skip 1, 3 half doubles into the second stitch, I'll let you guys finish off round 2 and I will meet you back here ready to do round 3. Chain 2, skip 1, 3 half doubles in the second, slip stitching into the second loop of the starting chain. Round 2 completed, ready to move on to round 3. So I've just done a chain of 2 counting as our first half double crochet, and pop a half double crochet into the next stitch, a half double, not a double, chain 2, going to skip a stitch and pop 2 half double crochets into the chain 2 space, going to half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, that'll be 1 and 2, making sure not to miss the one that joins the chain space, chain 2, 2 half double crochet into the chain space. So 2 into the chain space, 1 into each of the next 2 stitches. So see, that one kind of goes into the chain space. We don't want to miss that because we need to miss the third, and we can't pop 1 in the next 2, chain 2, and miss the third if we don't get that one that's near the chain space. 2 half doubles in the chain space, 1, 2, 1 in each of the next 2 stitches. So we're just repeating the same pattern all the way around. If you want to follow along with the video for this bit, go back around 2 minutes. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave you guys to finish hooking this round, and I'll meet you back here for round 3. Round 3 completed. Moving on to round 4. Going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That counts as a half double crochet and a chain 2. Going to skip a stitch. I'm going to pop 2 half double crochets into the chain 2 space. 1 and 2. Going to half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So don't miss that one that's next to the chain. 1, 2 and 3. Going to chain 2, skip the last stitch in the set of the previous round and pop 2 half double crochets into the chain 2 space. So once again we're repeating the exact same pattern all the way around. So we're going to half double crochet into the next 3, 1, 2, 3, making sure that we got that first one that was near the chain space, chaining 2, skipping the last stitch in the set of the previous round and popping 2 half double crochets into the chain space. So as it's a pattern repetition all the way around, I'm going to leave you guys to it. If you want to follow along with the video, go back around 1:50 and you'll be at the start of the round. Otherwise, keep hooking back to the beginning, slip stitch into the second chain of the beginning 4, and I'll meet you back here so that we can go through round 5. Okay, round 4 completed, ready to do round 5. So I'm just going to slip stitch into the chain space. I'm going to chain 2, which will count as our first half double crochet. And I'm going to half double crochet into the same space. Now I'm going to half double crochet into the next 4. See, I'm pulling across to get that one that's into the chain space. Got to be really careful not to miss that. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. I have 1 left in the previous set. I'm going to chain 2, skip that last stitch and put 2 half double crochets into the chain space. Then we're going to repeat the pattern. So half double crochet into the next 4, being cautious not to miss the one next to the chain. 2, 3 and 4, chaining 2 and popping 2 half, skipping the last one in the set, 2 half doubles into the chain space. Once again we're repeating the pattern all the way around. So next up we'll be popping a half double into the next 4, making sure we don't miss the one hidden in that chain space. 1, 2, 3, I'm going to let you guys finish off this round. If you would like to follow along with the video, go back around 2.5 minutes, and I will see you in a moment to complete round 6. Okay, round 5 completed. I do love a round. I do love to crochet in the round. Okay, we're going to chain 2, which will count as our first half double crochet. I'm going to half double crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're left with 1 in the set. I'm going to chain 2, skip the last one, and pop 2 half double crochet into the chain space. So once again, repeating the pattern all the way back to our beginning, making sure with the next 5 half double crochet that we don't miss that first one in the chain space. 1, hidden by the chain space is probably better, it's not going in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 1 left in our set from the previous round, so we chain 2, skip the last stitch, and pop 2 half double crochet into the chain space. So I'm sure you guys have got it from here, repeating that pattern. Follow along with the video, go back around 1:50 and finish hooking up round 6. Round 7 is our last round in the round. So I'll meet you back here for that one, and then round 8 we start squaring off. Okay, round 7, our last circular round before we start squaring off. Chain 2, which will count as our first half double crochet. And we're going to half double crochet into the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, skipping the last stitch and popping 2 half double crochet into the chain space. Then we're going to half double crochet into the next 6, making sure we don't miss the top of the one next to the chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Skipping the last one and chaining 2, chaining 2, skipping the last one and popping 2 half doubles into the chain space of the previous round. Again, repeating that pattern all the way around. If you want to follow along with the video, go back around 2 minutes. Otherwise, keep hooking your way around. I'm finishing off with this colour at the end of the round, just so you can see the nice circle in the centre of our Whirlpool square easily once we're finished. As I said, the next round, round 8, we're going to be squaring off, getting out of the the circular and into the square. I'll see you all soon. Okay, you can see our whirly design in there now. The space is kind of working out. Gorgeous. I've joined my second colour into a stitch. Any stitch is fine. Just join with a slip stitch and chain 1. Then I'm going to pop a single crochet into the same stitch and into the next stitch. Now in this round we are going to treat the chain spaces as 2 stitches. We're just going to work in the back loop of them rather than working around the actual chain space. So we've got 2 single crochets. We're going to do a half double crochet into the next 2. 1 and 2. Double crochet into the next 2. 1 and 2. Half treble crochet into the next 2. That's 1. Now we're at a chain space, so we're just going to work into the back loop. Hope you can all see that clearly around my tail. With a half treble. Just into the back loop, over through 2, over through 3. So that's 2 half treble crochet. Now we're going to create our corner. So working in the back loop of the chain space here, we're going to pop, it's hard to see with that there, just into the back loop. There we go. I'm going to pop a treble. 1, 2, 3, a chain 3, and another treble into the same stitch. And that's creating our corner. So a half treble into the next stitch, back in our half doubles now. 1 and 2 half trebles, then double into the next 2. 1 2, half double in the next 2. 1 2, single into the next 2. So we're back to a chain space, so just working in the back loop with our 2 single crochet. 1 when you hook too tightly it makes it tricky. 2 single crochet into there. So we're going to be repeating that pattern all the way around, but you can see here, working into the back loop of the chain space, we still have the green there, which gives us our nice circle as well. So let's do this one more time and then I'll let you follow along with the video. So we're going to do 2 half double crochet. 1 2 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, 2 half treble crochet, 1 2, and now we're at a corner. So in this next space we're going to do a treble crochet, chain of 3, and another treble into the same stitch. I'll work us back down. The next stitch will have a half treble crochet. That's 1, and chain space, so back loop, 2, then we've got 2 double crochet. Remember, any stitch that goes into a chain is going into the back loop only. One double crochet, next one's into a stitch, 2 double crochet, 2 half double crochet, 1, 2, and we're back to 2 single crochet, which I'm going to omit at this point just because if you want to follow along with the video it'll get you to the right point. So you can see how it's squaring off our nice whirlpool. Now this is the final round I'll be doing. If you need an extra round, single crochet into each space. It's that easy. Our corners have a chain of 3, so they'll have 3 single crochet. Otherwise, finish hooking around. Obviously you're not going to do the single crochet again at the end, so if you're following with the video, going back around 7 minutes 45 seconds will get you to a point and finished where you're going to be slip stitching to join into the original single crochet. I hope you found this video helpful. I really like this fun little square with its little whirlpool design. I can't wait to see all of yours. Have a fantastic day. Till next time, happy hooking.